Hello and welcome to Aliceland. My name is Alice and today we are continuing peeling the onion of the first sea of Aliceland. The last few shows we've talked about fears, shame, blame, guilt, and so on. Today is another good one. How is your ego today? The me, the myself, and mine. The could have, would have, should have, did know. Oh, the ego. Never happy, always resisting, always in conflict, always separated. When in 2015 I was reaching the bottom of myself and not knowing who I was, giving my authority to anybody and everybody just so I don't have to take care of myself, it was the time of the eye-opening when my daughter said, "The choice is always yours." Well, once again, who was it that was choosing? When I was just sitting there, the ego was just crying and blaming and being angry, and the mask and the stories were endless. The days went by, and I just kept sitting and crying, not knowing where to go, who to ask, and blaming the world of putting me at that spot. But once there comes a time in our life and we need to face the truth. And the truth is not always pretty to the ego. So what can we do but start peeling the onion? Start questioning our beliefs. Start questioning our stories. Start questioning our thinking and thoughts. When my mind was racing there, everywhere, just like the two monkeys you are sitting here, oh, they were coming and flying in and out. I was hating myself. I was hating the world. I was hating life. My poor husband and poor children and the people around me, I think they suffered with me. But finally, I decided to ask the right question. The question, who am I? There were some days when I would just sit there and not know where to go. But you cannot change the past. You can only learn from it. The next few months were difficult. But the ego was slowly dissolving. I was getting more peaceful. I understood what mindfulness is. I bought a little book, the little book of mindfulness, and really step by step, 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day made such a difference. Many times the ego is just behind the corner and we might not catch it. So what I suggest to you and what I do several times a day, just take a minute or two and take a deep breath. And recognize that I am here in this presence now. Because when my mind is either what was yesterday or 5 minutes ago, or what should I be doing in 2 minutes, I knew the ego was fully at work. Don't go back to the story. Don't go back to the pain and suffering. Be above it. And when the fear comes, once again embrace it and face it, and don't fear the ghost. Because many times, what we fear, once we face it and understand it, we can see it wasn't even as bad as we thought it would be. One of the most important things when I was dealing with this pain was forgiveness. And first of all, I had to forgive myself. Forgive myself for forgetting who I was. And then my family, my friends, and the whole world. And suddenly, the pain and the fear turned into love. The longer and deeper I meditated, the more I would love myself and be a little selfish and be more selfish and spend more time in silence and solitude, the more the light was brighter and brighter, and there was no more darkness within me. Once that light came in me, the whole world was changed, and I would go and hug the trees and see the flowers and see the life, the gifts of being, and that we have forgotten. So my friends, my beautiful people of Aliceland, I invite you to sit down, have a quiet moment, and see the beauty within yourself. Question your beliefs and question your regrets, and learn how you can break them. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Don't be afraid to go into the unknown, because the unknown might open a door you never dreamt about. Recognize that your brain and mind has been conditioned for thousands of years. So break the chain, break it now, and let the ego disappear. Don't be afraid to take the masks, the many masks that we are wearing for ourselves and for others. Don't be afraid to be who you truly are. There is a little bit more that I would like to share with you, and that is one of the teacher, J. Krishnamurti, always says, order in the house. Well, in the past, order in the house meant I would clean or have cleaning people come and help me to make the house as clean as possible. But the most important house was a mess and a chaos. Only when I understood that I am the house, my body, my mind, my heart, my whole being, and that is the most important thing. So whenever you start or whenever there are difficulties, bring order in the house and see what will open for you. I think there is so much more to talk about ego, but you can do it on your own. Believe me, my friends, you are the miracle. Own it, know it, and be it. So from my heart to your heart, I'll see you next week, and we'll talk more about how to be happy and how to continue living in peace and happiness. Thank you and have a fabulous week.